It was just before dawn. Iranian radar operators near Isfahan noticed something strange. A blip moving across the desert skies. Silent. Invisible. No heat signature. No communication. For a few seconds, it flickered and vanished. Panic set in. "It's them," one operator whispered. "The Americans." But this wasn't an ordinary aircraft. It was the B-2 Spirit, the United States' legendary ghost bomber. The plane that doesn't show up on radar. The plane that can drop death from the edge of space and disappear before anyone knows it was there. Now, Iran says enough is enough. It claims it has the technology to detect, track, and even challenge America's most mysterious weapon. But can a nation still under sanctions truly see the invisible? Or is this another illusion in a global game of military shadows? The phantom above the Persian Gulf. In the early hours of the morning, U.S. surveillance aircraft have often flown above the Persian Gulf, gathering intelligence, monitoring oil routes, and reminding Iran that America's reach is endless. But among all U.S. aircraft, none creates more fear than the B-2 Spirit. Unlike traditional bombers, it doesn't roar. It whispers. Its radar cross-section is smaller than a pigeon's. It's coated in materials that absorb radar waves and shaped to deflect every signal away. To the human eye, it's nothing more than a dark wing gliding through the night. But to Iran's defense forces, it's a symbol of humiliation. For years, Iranian commanders have known that if war ever broke out, the first thing they'd never see would be a B-2 dropping bombs on nuclear sites, radar stations, and air bases before a single alarm sounded. The question was never if America would use it, but when. The birth of a ghost, America's stealth revolution. To understand why the B-2 terrifies nations like Iran, we have to go back to the Cold War. In the 1970s, the U.S. realized it couldn't outrun Soviet missiles. It needed to hide from them. This led to the birth of stealth. Engineers at Northrop developed an aircraft that could trick radar itself, not by jamming it, but by vanishing from it. The result was the B-2 Spirit. When it first took flight in 1989, the world didn't believe it existed. It could fly 11,000 kilometers without refueling and carry both nuclear and conventional bombs. But the real magic wasn't in its weapons. It was in its invisibility. Its curved edges, composite materials, and radar-absorbing skin made it a phantom in the sky. By the time it saw combat in Kosovo and later in Iraq, entire defense networks were rendered blind. The B-2 flew over the most defended airspaces and came back untouched. Iran's growing fear. The B-2 is built for us. Inside Iran's military circles, the B-2 has become almost mythological. Senior commanders have said privately that America built the B-2 for Iran. The statement may sound exaggerated, but it reveals the truth. Iran's underground nuclear sites, missile factories, and radar stations are exactly the kind of targets the B-2 was designed to strike first. Unlike other U.S. aircraft, the B-2 doesn't need a nearby base or permission from allies. It can take off from Missouri, strike a target in Iran, and return home, all in one mission. That's why Tehran fears it so much. In a war scenario, Iran's most advanced anti-air systems could be destroyed before a single missile launches. In 2018, U.S. officials released a subtle warning. During rising tensions, two B-2 Spirits flew a 30-hour training mission across the Middle East. The Pentagon never said where, but Iranian media immediately accused America of testing routes for stealth bombers. Whether true or not, the message was clear. Iran, we can reach you anytime we want. The challenge, we can see the invisible now. Fast forward to today. Iranian generals are making bold claims that their new radar systems can detect stealth aircraft, including the B-2. During a televised military parade in Tehran, they unveiled what they called quantum radar technology. The crowd cheered as an officer declared, "The era of invisible warplanes is over." Iranian state media went further, claiming that their new radars use quantum entanglement to sense disturbances caused by stealth aircraft, even when traditional radar fails. On paper, it sounds revolutionary. A radar that doesn't rely on reflection, but on sensing environmental distortions in space-time itself. But Western analysts remain skeptical. No verified data supports these claims, and U.S. defense experts argue that even the world's most advanced radar networks, in Russia and China, still struggle to consistently detect the B-2. Is Iran's quantum radar a real breakthrough, or just military theater meant to scare its enemies? The day the ghost appeared over Iran. One of the most mysterious incidents occurred in late 2022. Iranian media reported that radar systems near Natanz, home to a key nuclear facility, had detected a foreign aircraft with extremely low radar signature. The system reportedly locked onto the target for 7 seconds before it vanished. Iranian sources claimed it was a B-2. The Pentagon refused to confirm or deny. Satellite images taken days later showed nothing unusual, but rumors spread quickly. Some said the U.S. had tested Iran's new radar. Others claimed it was an Iranian fabrication to justify military spending. But one thing stood out. The radar operators who allegedly saw the signal were reassigned the next day, and all records of the event disappeared. It became known as the 7-second encounter. To this day, no one knows if a B-2 was really there, but the fear it left behind was real, because it reminded Iran that even with advanced radar, the ghost still lurked just beyond reach. Behind Iran's confidence, Russian and Chinese help. Iran's sudden confidence didn't come from nowhere. Behind the scenes, Russia and China have been quietly supporting its radar and missile programs. After the 2019 U.S. drone strike that killed General Qasem Soleimani, Iran accelerated its defense partnerships. Moscow reportedly shared components of its S-400 radar system, and Beijing offered expertise in passive radar tracking, systems that detect disturbances without sending out signals. These collaborations gave Iran a new edge. It began building hybrid radar systems, combining Russian long-range sensors and Chinese algorithms. Iranian media started broadcasting footage of radar dishes scanning the skies, and operators boasting they could track stealth aircraft 400 kilometers away. America's response: good luck finding us. The Pentagon has heard Iran's claims and responded with silence. But within U.S. military circles, there's quiet confidence. American engineers know that even if Iran detects something, it can't hit it. The B-2's radar cross-section is so small that surface-to-air missiles can't lock on long enough to strike. In 2023, during a classified training exercise, U.S. pilots simulated an attack against advanced radar defenses similar to Iran's. The result? 0 detections. According to insiders, the B-2 completed its mission undetected and unchallenged. A defense analyst later summarized it bluntly: Iran can talk about seeing ghosts, but catching one is another story. For America, the B-2 remains both a weapon and a message, a psychological tool. Each time it takes off, the world is reminded that some parts of U.S. power are still untouchable. Even Iran's bravest generals admit, if the ghost bomber appears, there's little they can do but pray it passes overhead. The new challenger, Iran's stealth killer. Missiles. In 2024, Iran unveiled another bold weapon, the Shaken-2, a surface-to-air missile reportedly capable of intercepting low-observable aircraft. State TV called it a missile built for ghosts. Iranian generals claimed it uses a multi-frequency radar seeker that can lock onto stealth aircraft by detecting airflow disturbances and wake turbulence. Even the most powerful radar-guided missiles need accurate data to hit their target. If a B-2's radar cross-section is the size of a marble, then locking on is like hitting a falling leaf in a hurricane. Still, the stealth killer announcement signaled Iran's determination. Even if it can't see the ghost clearly, it's learning to shoot into the darkness. Inside the American war machine, the secret of invisibility. The B-2's invisibility isn't just about shape or paint. It's a symphony of science. The bomber's edges are perfectly aligned to reflect radar waves away. Its engines are buried deep within the wings to hide heat signatures. Every inch of the aircraft absorbs or bends electromagnetic waves. But what truly makes it a ghost is its mission strategy. B-2s fly at high altitudes under complete radio silence. Their routes are unpredictable, often using radar gaps or exploiting Earth's curvature to stay hidden. Each mission involves months of planning, with simulated routes across classified airspace. For Iran, countering such a machine means more than just better radar. It means predicting how and when the ghost moves. That's why, despite all technological boasts, Tehran still lacks one crucial thing: the ability to control the sky. The ghost still flies. As the sun sets over the Persian Gulf, the world watches a silent duel unfold between those who fly unseen and those who swear they can see them. Iran's challenge to America's ghost bomber isn't just about technology. It's about pride, power, and the desire to break the chains of invisibility. Somewhere, high above the clouds, a B-2 Spirit glides silently, its wings slicing through the air like a blade through water. Down below, radar operators stare at their screens, waiting for a signal that never comes. The ghost remains, untouchable, untraceable, unstoppable. But one day, maybe, that silence will break. Maybe the ghost will finally be seen. Until then, the hunt continues. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the invisible war between Iran and America, hit that like button, share this video, and subscribe for more cinematic stories from the front lines of global power. Because in the age of stealth and secrets, truth itself has to fly under the radar.